Hi, it's Ame Beauvais here. This is the Beauvais Podcast, Sisters Edition. And right across from me is Caitlin Beauvais. She is a Pilates entrepreneur in Canada, the owner of several Pilates studios. She's a teacher trainer, master instructor, and just a great sister. Something you might not know about Caitlin is when she was little, she used to love to swim, and she would swim for so long in the pool that her lips would be blue and chattering, and my mom couldn't get her out, and she kept saying, come out, and Caitlin wouldn't come out. However, I mentioned this to her just a few minutes ago, and she said she does not like swimming anymore.
It's not that I don't like swimming. I just don't like getting wet.
Yeah, well, that is part of swimming.
Yes, it is. It is. Okay. Then beside me is my sister, Ame Beauvais, my inspiration. And the reason why I'm in the Pilates industry to begin with, she is a powerhouse Pilates instructor, master trainer. She has her own Pilates brand. And really, if you can spend time with this lady, I highly, highly recommend it.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, it's kind of become a family thing.
It
so
is.
We're kind of a Pilates empire in Canada and the U.S. Yeah. Caitlin and I talk on the phone all the time. Mm-hmm. And when we look back on our career, we think, gosh, it would be nice if someone told us these things. So that's kind of why we're doing the podcast.
It is.
We want to share when we fell off the bike and scraped our knee, so that you don't have to, and come along for the ride. You can be our Pilates business, just life friend. Let us help you skip the things that we needed to learn.
Right.
So
fly on the wall.
So yes. One of the things that I remember when I was getting started in the Pilates industry was I really didn't know what school to do my certification with. And I really just ended up looking back, now I do know what I would pick, because I know I've been in it for a long time.
Yeah.
I know exactly which school I would pick and where I would go, but at the time I didn't. I happened to stumble across just the right place for me, but had I picked a different school at the time, knowing now what I didn't know then,
right? Yes.
is I don't think I would have had the career I have now. I don't even know if I would have stayed in Pilates. That's how different the experience you have at the schools. So Caitlin, what would be, if there was 3 things that someone who's trying to pick where they would get their certification in Pilates, what would one of those be for you?
So I think one of the first one I would say is to make sure that you're choosing a school that is accepted nationally or internationally, right? Know the school. I also go beyond that, right, is that take a class from a teacher of that school. Know if you really resonate with it. But then behind the scenes is making sure that it's not just some pop-up certification from some newer franchise or newer business that's out there that might not actually hold the test of time. There are some really great schools out there that have huge and vast amount of knowledge and training that their teachers or their master teachers have brought to their program.
You want some depth in the program.
You want some depth.
If it's just been invented in the last few years, it's not necessarily got the heart and soul that you want for a career that's going to be lasting.
Right.
There's pop-up schools, but that's probably going to lead to a pop-up career, meaning it's going to come and go very quickly because there's not enough depth for you to carry you into it being really fulfilling and satisfying. And that's the other piece I would add in is you need the school to be accepted industry-wide, not just at one brand or location. And it's got to be a school that has a reputation because you want to be respected as a teacher. You don't want people behind the scenes kind of giggling at your certification because they're like, oh, she got it from that school, right? You want the one that's respected, that will open doors industry-wide, not just with one particular location, because what if it doesn't work out there? I mean, it's great if it does,
right?
But then what if they close? What if the owner changes? What if you don't get along with the owner? And now all the money, all the time that you spent certifying with that very narrow-minded certification is you have to start all over.
Definitely. And I think the thing that's important to talk about is that, Ame, you and I, we don't train for the same school.
We don't
So
actually.
we're not talking about like only one school.
Yeah.
There is multiple schools
Yeah.
out there that are highly recommended, have a reputation that I would fully, hands down, recommend people go to.
You just want a professional level school. So Caitlin trains for Body Harmonics out of Toronto.
Right.
Absolutely phenomenal program run by Margot McKinnon. Brilliant. She's been doing this, I don't know how many years, but 30 plus years.
Exactly.
And then I train for Balanced Body out of Sacramento, California. I make the joke that Balanced Body's been in Pilates for so many years that they have Pilates.com as their website. That's because they were doing this before the website was invented. And it wasn't because they paid for that domain name. Literally, when the internet was invented, they got to pick Pilates.com. So I think 45 years and counting for Balanced Body, worldwide company. So these are established schools that are really in it for the right reasons and the depth of education that you're going to get. Because what you want as a teacher out there in the market today, we know Pilates is hot. There's a lot of jobs right now. The thing is, that's great. But as time goes by and the market becomes flooded, you want to be the teacher that stands out, that doesn't get dropped when things get, shift. The fitness industry is very fad-like. So it tends to, trends come and go, right? Now, Pilates will be here the whole time. It's been here. We've been doing this for 25, 30 years. It will keep going for 25, 30 years. But the fads change. So if you want to stand the test of time with the fad change, you want that quality education that will set you up to feel confident and that will set you up to have the knowledge that you can actually deliver the results to the client. Not just go through the motions, say the right words, but actually change people's lives. By the way, that is even better than a paycheck, but don't get me wrong, I want you to get the paycheck.
The paycheck is good too.
But the feeling you have as a teacher when you're able to really impact someone through movement, that's actually why I go to work, is because I love that feeling. Well, I want every teacher that I work with, everyone out there to have that feeling of having a true impact on someone's life.
So one of the things that we talk about in my teacher training is that my job as the teacher trainer is to produce Pilates instructors that feel confident and competent out in the world. And that is my job. It's not just teaching exercises. It's teaching, what are you looking for when you do an exercise? How do you use your words when you describe an exercise? What's the appropriate flow? Like going beyond just this is an exercise. Because really, when we look at Pilates, it's beyond the exercises. It's how you do the exercise.
Look at that. We said the same thing at the same time.
Yeah. But that is important. And that is really what makes those transformational changes in people's bodies and then that creates transformation in their lives.
And a common, in coaching and mentoring Pilates instructors, a common thing that comes up is confidence. And if you're picking a training that's not got enough depth to it, like a weekend training, even a month long, the standard in the industry is 500 hours. So if it's really any less than that, and there can be stepping stones to get there because you have to work through different levels, that's fine. But the standard out there is 500 hours. If you're looking at a school that's offering a program that's less than that, I would really question that. Both the schools that we work with are 500 and plus hour training. But that's what's going to give you the confidence. It's because you know you have a base that you actually have something to offer. That little feeling inside of like, I don't know if I have something to give. Then you don't want that feeling.
No.
Nobody wants that feeling. So we're here to help you not feel that way, help you feel confident, help you be respected by your peers, and truly make a difference in people's lives.
And have a fulfilling career.
A fulfilling career. Yes.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. If you want to know more about us, our brand, or what we do, take a look at the link below or the notes in the comments.